Hello, and welcome to the Adventures of Plonk, a spin-off of Reserve Inspiration's main D&D campaign. My name is Aaron, your Galaxy Master, and I'm joined by my friends and fellow players, Christina, John, and Mike. Christina and Mike have both played with Reserve Inspiration before. However, John is fresh meat and will be treated as such. Now, before we get our viewers up to speed, why don't you each go around and introduce yourselves, your character, and give a brief description. We'll start with you, Christina, since this is your show.
Okay. Hi, I'm Plonk, and I am a Verdon. So it's like a goblin, and then they evolved more elf-like. So like really long ears. I have purple skin, and I have like glowing tattoos on my face and arms and chest and everything. I'm very short. Very short. I'm only like 5'10" or 5'10", 4'10" or something. No, like 4, more like 4 feet.
Yeah. Low fours.
Yeah, low fours. That's about it.
All right, fantastic. And now Plonk is a rogue assassin.
Yes.
Correct. So very sneaky, and stabby death awaits anyone that you are attacking. Very good. John, would you like to give us a little bit of information about Tagartha and yourself?
Well, I am John, and Tagartha, I am Tagartha. I am a metallurgician, and I am the commander in the Alliance of Acheron.
Mm-hmm.
Acheron, yes. And by the way, that planet is 90% metal. 90% metal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all gold scaly skin. I am a dragonborn, draken blood.
Mm-hmm.
Draken blood, yes.
Yeah.
I have a sash made of metal that I can turn in to use as a shield. And I have a necklace made up of ball bearings that I can use magic to use as bullets. I also have a barbed wire whip as a bracelet that I can use to extend and retract. And that's about it. Actually, no, I also have a blue robe.
Yeah. And just a little background for this. Metallurgician is actually a homebrew subclass of a sorcerer that I came up with. If anyone has seen Avatar: Last Airbender and they know of Thoth and metal bending, it's a similar situation to that. It's kind of what John's character can do. So it's pretty cool. Mike, do you want to give us a little bit about Cal?
Of course. So as you are all probably already aware, I am Mike, and I usually play Zaxa. However, today I am playing Cal the Clipped. He is an Aarakocra with no wings. He has black plumage, which is a hard word to say, and yellow eyes, and also is in full metal armor because he is a fighter and has 2 shields, all protection.
Nice.
Not really any weapons, right? It's just he uses his shields to bash and whatever else.
That is correct. No weapons.
I'm excited to see this. All right. All right. Anything else that you guys want to add about your characters? Okay. So just a reminder, new episodes of the Adventures of Plonk will air on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll have roughly 10 episodes. And if you are our patron on Patreon, you will have next morning access to each episode as they come out. And if not, that is perfectly fine. You'll be able to view the video on Sunday morning, the following Sunday morning, and that, of course, is free. If you haven't seen our main campaign, you can check that out on Twitch on Fridays at 7 p.m. That's coming actually 2 days from now. Will be airing the next episode. And finally, I would like for everyone, if you are interested, to stay tuned after this episode for the first episode of Just the Tips, where I talk about a few different styles of RPG games. All right. Does anyone have anything else that you would like to mention? Any announcements that I forgot? No? All right.
I don't think so.
All right. So I think it's time to jump into a recap. It's a little different than from our last campaign, but last time on Reserve Inspirations D&D, after being plucked from her home, the Feywild, Plonk began traveling with a group of random civilians. They were sent to investigate an anomaly in the center of the elemental chaos. Once there, Plonk got too close to the swirling mass of energy and was sucked inside. This unknowingly caused bits of her DNA to merge with the essence of an all-powerful elemental being, the Creator, and some of their abilities were swapped. The group escaped and continued their journey until one day the Creator came for Plonk. Why, you might ask? Well, when their DNA was merged, Plonk received its frost abilities. And with these missing, the Creator needs Plonk to help in the ending of a galactic elemental threat. So who? You, Plonk. Why, when, where, and how? Completely unknown. But the last thing that happened to you was you were whisked away from Isgard, the planet you were on with that group of civilians. And you are currently, your body is enveloped by this pulsating air-like energy that completely engulfs you. And you are rocketing through space, astral space, through these swirls of green and purples and pinks and dark blues. And it's almost like you're traveling for hours and days. And after some time, you start to feel hungry. As you are mortal, you need to eat, you need to sleep, you need to use the restroom, and you have just been rocketing through space for as long as you can even imagine. Is there anything that you would like to do or say while you are moving through space?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to be like looking around and like in awe at like where I am and everything that's flying past me. I can see it, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, all around you. And you pass by large asteroids, which are inhabited. You can kind of see some vegetation on those as you pass by. Occasionally, you'll zip past some type of ship. Some of them fiendish, some of them celestial in nature. You pass by the area which you had already been, where the Great Inferno used to be. And you pass by that, and you pass through. You pass through what you know to be the steam system, which is just a pocket of literally hot steam. It's the area that is kind of condensed between the impossible depths, which is the water plane, and the Great Inferno, which is the fire plane. And you kind of rocket through there, and you can almost see as you move through this area right in the center where all of these elements converge, minus the fire at this point. You can see there's a new undulating ball forming in the center of the elemental chaos.
Don't like that.
Go touch it.
But nonetheless, you continue to rocket by. At this point, as you're kind of looking out and everything, hunger is starting to take over. Exhaustion is kicking in. What would you like to do?
So I'm looking out, and I'm like...
Yeah, you essentially have just this thin, transparent, kind of more translucent. It's a little foggy at times because it's this swirling energy around you. It's this very thin layer that just encompasses your entire body. It allows you to breathe. It allows you to maintain consciousness and whatever else it may be, but you can't move around. You're just kind of sitting there. You're there for the ride, essentially.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Kind of scared. I guess every once in a while I'll be like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Oh, whoa. Oh, wow. Ah! Like, it's a combination of like, oh, wow, that's so cool, and like terrified at the same time. Can I move at all?
No, you're just kind of stuck in position. Your head is kind of facing forward, and you can't really. You can kind of like move your head slightly to look to the sides, but there really isn't much. Essentially, the entity is in full control.
Okay.
You're just kind of again
That's so
there
scary.
for the ride. Yeah.
So scary. Okay. I can't do anything. Really?
Now, the entity does reach out to you as you are moving through, and you can kind of hear its voice in the back of your head. Plonk, we are not far from our destination. Are you prepared?
What is our destination again?
It is the tri-planet of Acheron.
Okay. Are we almost there?
Shortly, we will be arriving. When we do arrive, I must leave you.
I'm getting kind of hungry.
Once we arrive, you will be able to satiate your appetite. But for now, we must continue.
Okay.
Remember, you possess my frost abilities. I need you to complete the tasks necessary to save our galaxy.
Oh, shiver.
And at the same time, I received your telepathy. And because of my abilities, I am able to extend it if you would like to reach out to any allies or friends of the past.
Yeah, please.
Just focus on those you would like to speak with.
Okay.
And who would you like to focus on?
Tita, Minerva, Zoxa, and
I think those are really the only
I guess
three that you that you really know well.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Kubrick, and I was like, really?
No. Yeah.
So as you are zipping through the galaxy, you begin to focus on your three allies and friends that you met not too long ago. And the message that you send begins to creep out. And I do have that recorded from earlier. So we'll play that, and then we will continue on.
Please work. Hello? I know this is weird, but I hope you can hear me. You don't have to worry about me. I'm safe. For now. And I miss you guys so much. I just wanted you to know that I'm alive and I'm going to the planet Acheron or Acheron. I don't remember how they said it, but that's where I have to go. I have to defeat a elemental titan of sand, I think they said. I don't know. It's all happening so fast. I hope you get this. I gotta go. Bye.
And that is the message that they receive on the other end, actually a few episodes ago at this point. But nonetheless, you feel that the connection was made with your three allies and the message was sent. Though there is no reply, you continue to rocket through space. At this point, you pass through an area that is very barren, almost like a wasteland, and you kind of soar over that. In the distance, you can see other planets kind of rotating, one that's lush and green and blue, another that is dark and mountainous. And as you continue to move in the far, far distance, you can see little bursts of fiery energy in space around what seems to be three massive floating cubes. And as you begin to continue to head in that direction, We're going to now move to some inhabitants of Acheron. So Zaxa. No, sorry, not Zaxa.
Who?
Just because it's your face, you know.
Uh-huh.
So Cal,
Uh-huh.
you and Tagartha have just pushed back an enemy attack. And you are all, let's see here, let me get this. If you would like to bring up roll 20, I can kind of give you a visual of what's going on. You've just pushed back an enemy onslaught. A few of your troops, Tagartha, have been put in the infirmary for some care. There is, I'll kind of give you a layout of the area here. You have a secret base that is built into the side of a mountain. And keep in mind, this planet, these cubes, these planet-like cubes, are made, as John mentioned earlier, roughly 90% metal ore and different metal materials. So it's very dark, very earthy type of planet. Built into one of these mountain walls is a secret base, multiple rooms. And there on the outside, there's kind of a small ravine area where you have set up. Now it looks like wood on here, but what it really is are these metal walls that have these large metallic spikes that stick out the front to kind of keep enemies at bay. There are other stalagmites that protrude from the ground that you could use as cover as well. But there is a southeastern pass as well as a northwestern pass. And recently you were attacked from both ends. You were able to hold them back, but there were some costs involved. But I will leave the two of you here at the end of this. I would say that the two of you were pretty far back. You didn't really suffer any damage yourselves from the initial onslaught. But at this point, a lot of your troops seem a little weary. So I will leave it to the two of you, whatever you would like to do.
So, Cal, what would you like to do?
We need to make sure we're ready for the next attack. We should rally the troops.
Great idea. Troops, come.
And you see there's some that are still holding position on the outskirts, but a bunch of the troops begin to kind of form in line and kind of move in to hear what you have to say. So I'd say about 15 of the troops kind of circle around you, waiting to hear what you have to say, Tagartha.
Well, I'm going to leave this one to Cal. You came up with this idea. Flipping around, you guys.
So yeah, all these troops then kind of turn their heads to you, this odd bird person in a dragon-born world.
We don't know which way they're coming from next. They've been attacking from both sides. We need to steady our defenses here. We cannot let them pass.
You see them kind of like some of them looking around at each other. A few are nodding. A couple of them look a little nervous, especially since this is a secret base. No one's supposed to know about this. This is the first time it's been attacked. So it's a little unnerving for sure.
Who was it that was attacking?
So there were white dragonborn troops attacking from the north.
Okay.
And there were black dragonborn troops attacking from the south. So you were going to kind of get pinned in there.
Well, the white dragonborns are cold, and the black ones are acid. And all of our troops are gold, so we're all fire. So we can look at it both ways, as we could easily get the white dragonborns we have to worry more about the acid ones and the black ones.
I agree.
All right, so the troops are like, all right, we'll start forming a defense to the north and the south. And they start to head off and start to fill in the barricades, get their pulse rifles ready.
Ooh,
so
pulse rifles.
Oh yeah, start putting them into place. And as the two of you are you're kind of hiding behind your barricades, is there any other conversation the two of you would like to have on your own?
Actually, yeah. What is your character's name again?
Tagartha.
Tagartha. Okay, I'm gonna keep forgetting that. Tagartha, a moment.
Yes.
Just like walk back to this area over here. I thought this base was secret.
Well,
how did they discover us?
Honestly, I thought this base was a secret too. So I'm on the same page as you are. We're on this together. We have to figure this out together.
I don't think we should send out a scouting party. We need all our troops here for defense.
We don't know when they're going to come again.
We also need to find out how this information leaked.
Yes. We may be able to send a small search party.
I think that would be necessary.
How big do you think? Maybe 5, 10? We have 40 altogether.
Less might be more in this situation. We might only want to send 2 or 3.
I agree.
Okay. Okay. So you can send out those troops if you'd like.
Can I get them names?
Absolutely. Please do.
Mary, Phil, get over here.
You see 2 of these gold scale dragonborn kind of run up. What is it, Commander?
All right. We have something for you. We have a mission for you. Are you willing to complete?
Of course, sir.
Well, as you all know, as you both know, this happened. We need to get to the bottom of this, and we need to figure it out quick. We don't know when they're going to come back or if they're going to come back. So we're sending you 2 out, and our trust is going to be in you for all of us to figure out what happened. Because you know as well as I do, this was all a secret.
Tagartha, give me an insight check. I don't know if you're trying to look for it or if you're getting dice out or whatever it is, but you have a +0.
Okay.
Do you want me to get it?
Hold, please.
Oh, is it stuck in the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it definitely is. It
+0,
definitely is. I love those things.
+0.
Okay. 1.
Well, hey, John, guess what? That's a good thing. You get an if, which means it's a point that you can use for any D20 roll to bump up your total, but not this one. So you just are giving them these orders, not even looking to see how they feel about it. You're just telling them what to do. And they're like, of course, sir. Yeah, yes. And the 2 of them, they're like, do you want us to the north or to the south? Keep in mind the white dragonborn are at the north and the black dragonborn are at the south.
North. You guys go north.
They kind of give you the nod and they start to head off in that direction.
They'll have a little more of an advantage, I feel.
Up to the north. Okay, sounds good. Anything else that you want to discuss before I move things forward?
Cal?
Okay. As the two of you are discussing, preparing, making new barricades, treating the injured, whatever it may be, the two of you are kind of on the outskirts of this secret base, not inside, right outside. And you see, and everyone kind of sees this, since you're watching the skies, you're watching the pathways. You see this entity, swirling clear energy, just swirling around some sort. It's difficult to tell, but some sort of humanoid being inside. This being with this swirling energy, just right down in the center of your base area. And then this swirling energy begins to lift up off of this humanoid creature. And Plonk, in the back of your mind, you hear, "You must subdue the fire elemental titan. I will return, but first I must retrieve the essence of the earth elemental titan and return it to its home plane. I will return. Hopefully you have completed this task." And you see, as you're just standing there helpless, with these golden scale dragonborn just surrounding you with guns and all kinds of other weapons, this air-like entity begins to swirl and just fly away, leaving you in this open area, spiked barricades all around, large, imposing dragon-like creatures just staring at you. What would you like to do?
Immediate curl into a ball. I'm kidding. I'm in the middle of all of them. Where am I?
I am bringing you up right now as we speak, actually. So you were right there.
Okay. Okay.
There's a couple troops right next to you where you appeared. There's a couple by a barricade that kind of turn around real quick and are staring at you with like gawking faces.
I need your leader right away. That's what I'm gonna say. To the one that's closest to me.
Yeah. He kind of like raises up his pistol. He's like, or his rifle, and he's like, who are you? Where did you come from? And he's like looking around.
My name is Plonk, and I was sent here. I was sent here I need to talk to your leader.
Commander! And he just yells out. Obviously, you hear him, Tagartha, and Cal, you would as well.
What?
There's and you did see this entity come down as well. You definitely saw it. There's someone here. I don't know where they came from.
Well, where does she say she's from?
She hasn't. She's requesting to speak with you.
Bring her over.
And you see a couple guards kind of keeping their shotguns or rifles trained on you, Plonk. A similar thing that you remember from when you were in the Feywild and you were facing down a firing squad. But you have like probably 6 or 7 guns facing at you, and they begin to lead you toward the inner barricades over by where Tagartha and Cal are battened down.
Okay.
As you approach, you see this very tall, gold-scaled dragonborn, similar to the others around, but you can see this one holds a higher esteem, wrapped in different sorts of metals and whatnot. And you also see a fairly tall, especially for your height, wide-berthed bird person holding 2 shields with just heavy armor. And you've never seen anything like that before, a bird person, or even these scaly dragon-like lizard people you've never seen. So you are led over to these 2.
Okay. Um, Hi, my name is Plonk, and before you kill me, I need I was sent here to help you.
Slow down. Take a breath and explain to me every reason you're here.
I was sent here to help you.
Why? To help me with what?
Were you not just under attack?
How did you know about this in the first place?
Because I was sent here to help you.
By who?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know how to help you then. Okay, what should we do?
He's just like speechless, just like she doesn't seem to pose a threat immediately.
True. Shall we bring her inside?
I suppose.
It's at this point that you start to hear flapping of wings, and you immediately all begin to look up in the direction you see, blotting out the blue sun that these cubes revolve around. You see two massive wings, and its large golden body just land down in the ground right where you had come in, Plonk. And you see as this form, this figure, this massive gold dragon begins to make its way lumbering on all fours toward your direction. You see it begin to, its form begin to shrink and shape into a humanoid dragon form, similar to Gartha. And he makes his way over and he's like, "Commander, what is this?" And he points over to Plonk. "Who is this, Commander?"
She just appeared. I don't even know her name yet.
To Gartha, you know this being to be Orim, the Grand Admiral of the Alloyance. Yes. He is an ancient gold dragon, and he can change his shape into whatever form. But when speaking with subordinates and whatnot, he will turn himself into a figure that's similar to them, as not to be so intimidating. Okay. So yeah, he lands and begins to change into this form as he moves up, and he's like, "What is she doing here? Who is this?"
She says she's here to help.
Young one, in what way are you here to help?
I broke the elemental chaos, and I was there, and something came out of it, and I can't believe I have to tell this story over and over again all the time. I touched it, and I got sucked into it, and a being came out, and it looked like me, and then I went on doing my own thing, and then it came back, and it got me, and it told me that I needed to help, and it sent me here.
Is this the reason why the elemental planes have been in flux?
Could be.
So what you're saying is we are in a worse situation because of you.
Okay, no.
Well, before you annihilated the elemental chaos.
Okay, first, it wasn't annihilating it. All I did was reach out to touch it, and only because it asked me to, and it kept telling me to do so.
Well, regardless, because of your actions, we are under heavier threat than ever.
Yes, and that's why I'm here to help.
Fine. What can you do to help us?
Well, I have cold powers, powers. So
that's it? You have cold powers. So you're very similar then to our silver brothers and sisters.
yes, I guess.
Useless. Completely useless. And he just kind of pushes by you two and heads inside.
So are we bringing her in?
Of course. Interrogation is necessary.
If you say so, sir.
Okay. Yeah, and he will lead you three inside. So, go ahead. What'd you say?
She told me to fight the fire thing, or it told me to fight the fire thing. How am I useless?
Fight the fire thing? What do you mean? We are dragonborn that produce fire. Are you trying to fight us?
No. The elemental being.
There is no elemental being here. At least not that we know of.
The thing that sent me here told me that I needed to fight an elemental being.
Well, I cannot have you waste our time. If you'd like to stand idly by and watch or whatever it is that you'd like to do, fine. But we have plans that we need to make. We're about to be attacked once again. I saw troops from the north heading in.
There are more troops heading in, you say?
Wait.
Yes.
Where's Mary and Phil?
I don't know who we are talking about.
Didn't they head north?
Under your command? I don't know. I was not here.
Cal.
We sent them north to scout.
Still not back.
This is concerning.
I will go make a pass by, see if I can see them.
Okay, all right.
In the meantime, the two of you prepare. I know that they're coming from the north. They could be coming from the south once again.
Okay.
And he
begins
to head out. And one thing that you, Cal, and Tagartha, the two of you would know, is ever since the elemental planes collapsed, the chaos fell, devils have been making their way from the ash system down to the mud system. Oh, no, sorry, not the mud. The dust system, which is where you're currently. And these fiends, in the form of Abishai, which they're devils, but at the same time they are in dragon-esque form, like humanoid dragon form. They still have wings, and they're quite powerful. And since the elemental chaos collapsed, they have been able to make their way to this planet and assist the chromatic dragonborn, or the chromagene. So that is kind of the information that you have about this. You've been under such heavy siege ever since that's happened. They've been more organized. It's becoming more and more difficult to push the enemy back.
So what you're saying is they become smarter?
It seems to be, yeah. It seems they have competent leaders at this point.
That is troublesome. You small creature. You said you were here to fight elemental being.
Yeah.
Do you know where this being is?
No, they didn't tell me where it was. I'm guessing that it's here because that's where it sent me.
Does that mean that the elemental being is on its way here?
That might be true.
I think we
these.
start preparing all of our defenses.
I agree. We will not last at this rate.
Try to help them prepare all defenses.
You're muted.
You can utilize some of your abilities, John, to Gartha, to lift up sections of the metal ground, and you can form spikes on it as well, using your mold ore ability.
Is that my cantrip?
Yes.
So yes, I'll use that as molten metal.
It takes time to do because they're larger sections than what you're able to do in one fell swoop. But you, one at a time, you begin to make sections of them, begin to add some more. Cal, what are you doing?
Probably rallying troops, telling them we know of armies coming from the north, but still beware of our southern flank.
Okay, so yeah, they're forming up in the south.
Maybe take a few guys from the south, move them up north for now. We can reassess, but telling the southern front line to keep their eyes peeled.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Yeah, I'll move a couple guys up. What you can kind of see is there are some of your soldiers that are on platforms that are kind of built into the mountainside and into the side of your base. It might be difficult to see, but they have like a higher range. They're probably like 20 feet up in the mountains and then can fire down.
Okay.
Then you have some melee troops. They all have a ranged and a melee weapon, so they can always switch out when necessary. They also each once per day can shoot flame from their mouths. Some of them have already used it in the first assault. But yeah. You guys begin to get your defenses ready and place yourselves where you'd like to be. Plonk, what are you doing? You've never really been in an actual war before like this.
I don't know. I guess I'm going to. I'm so hungry.
Yes, you are so hungry.
And so tired that I don't actually know if I can do anything.
Give me a perception check.
Uh, 16.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty high for you. With just kind of looking around in your hunger, you see a couple of the soldiers. They've kind of sat down or like kneeling down behind one of the barricades, and you can see them kind of like passing something back and forth, and they seem to be like nibbling real quick. So there's definitely some food here somewhere if you would like to try to get some.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside and try.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You can head right inside there. Yeah, and as you head inside, Cal and Tagartha, you start to hear flapping again, and you look up expectantly, waiting to see your friend and ally and Grand Admiral. But instead, you see black wings. And, oh yeah, you see 3 large, not as large as your friend, but large black dragonborn that begin to soar overhead, and they seem to have riders. And as they're soaring overhead, they begin to drop these purple spheres. And as they land and hit the ground, they smash open, and this noxious gas just begins to spread out all around the camp as the 3 of these get launched out and dropped. What would you all like to do? As let's see, there's going to be one coming down probably over here. I'm going to ping it. One down over here because it's well concentrated, and then one down by the south wall. So I need Cal and Tagartha to make Constitution saving throws, and I will do that for some of the troops.
How many times is that? 6.
I'm sorry?
How many times do I roll?
Just once. And add your Constitution modifier, saving throw modifier.
24.
Ooh, okay, nice.
18 plus 6.
You see two of your troops just fall dead, and a couple of the other are like like hacking and keeled over, trying to breathe. Cal, you just as this happens, you kind of take a cloth that you have on your shoulder and just wrap it around your beak real quick so that none of the gas can enter your nostrils. And Tagartha, what'd you get? 11. So as you hear this thing shatter, and you are no fool when it comes to military warfare and chemical warfare, and you know what this is, but you are just not quick enough in being able to duck to the side. So you are going to suffer. Ooh, wow, that's high. 10 points of poison damage. A bunch of your soldiers are looking pretty rough as well. And as those bombs fire down, you can hear troops from the south begin to cheer and start to make their way toward your area. What would you like to do?
Troops are coming up from the south.
You should be able to see them.
Yep,
now.
yeah, they are. Cool.
Yeah.
Just kind of, everyone, troops to the south. He shouts as low as he can.
All right. Well, I would like everyone to roll initiative. Plonk, what'd you get?
I haven't rolled yet.
Okay. Cal.
12.
Tagartha.
8.
8. Plonk.
12.
Oh. Whose dex is higher? I'm assuming
Hers.
Plonk's.
Mine.
I have a 0.
I have +3.
Plonk and Cal. Okay, well, that brings us now to, all right. You see, actually, I don't know if anyone of you would be able to see this. Maybe Cal, from where you are, you got bird eyes, you can kind of see in the distance. You can see a larger, more imposing dragon of all black scale begin to come out from behind an outcropping. And you see, hold on, I'm going to see if I can grab something from another screen here so I can utilize it. Copy this thing. Oh, come on, roll 20. All right, where did that go? Here we go. Paste that. So ignore the great brightness for now because I need to change the radius. Aha, okay. So all of a sudden, as this guy moves out into sight, the area around you begins to get very, very dark. You are not able to see anything. After that, Plonk, it is your turn. You heard a bunch of screams from outside as the bombs, the chemical bombs were hitting. What would you like to do?
I'm going to jump up from, I guess I'm eating.
Mm-hmm.
I'll jump up and I'll run to the door to try to see what's going on outside.
Sure. Yeah. So you run to the door. You can move yourself over there. And as you bust the door open, you open it into complete pitch blackness. You can see nothing.
Perfect. Well, nothing going on out here. Go back in.
You can hear troops yelling to get into formation, and they're coming from the south, and all kinds of things like that. But what would you like to do?
I'm gonna turn around and yell inside.
Okay.
To everyone that's in there.
One guy comes running out. He's like, "What's going on out there?"
Troops coming from the south. They're attacking.
I'll see if the infirms can help, but there's some grievous injuries. And he starts running back into the med bay. Anything else you'd like to do? I'd say you still have an action. Or it's dark. You have a bonus action. You can try to hide.
Yeah, I'll try to hide.
Okay. Make a stealth check. You have advantage because you're in the darkness.
Not 20.
Yeah. All right. So in the doorway, no one knows you're there. No one can see you. No one can hear you. You are.
I'm just going to go right there.
Yep. Everyone is oblivious to where you are. Cal, you are next. You cannot see anything. You could hear a couple of the soldiers around you choking from that poison. And now you are completely engulfed in blackness. What would you like to do?
Well, I am aware that there are soldiers coming from the south, so I need to make my way that way.
Mm-hmm.
I will attempt to do that. How much movement do I have? 25 feet. Okay. So where can I go to? Oh, just kind of in the middle here, I guess. So I will move to this middle as best as I can.
Gotcha. I moved you there.
Perfect. And then, I mean, I guess I'll just double move then.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Because I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know.
You're just kind of moving aimlessly through the dark. Hopefully, you can get to the other end, but you get as far as you can get on your turn, and you are still in darkness.
About here. Yeah.
Can you guys see the ring of darkness?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right, just making sure. Okay, fantastic. That's Cal's turn. Cal, as you're getting to that point, you kind of stumble a bit over one of the barricades. You can hear a couple troops next to you being like, "I can't see anything. How are we supposed to fire if we can't see?" And yeah, after Cal, after your turn, it is. Oh, okay. So troops begin to emerge from the north now. And you see a couple of your soldiers running like, "Ah! They're coming from the north!" The two that you sent up there to Gartha, they're running back as these troops begin to fire in.
Oh, good, they're alive.
Yes, thank God. Quick, I'll have the brace for impact.
They're just like, "Ah!" Hold on. Let me get some of these troops highlighted here.
He doesn't see them, right? He just hears them.
No.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So you got a bunch more coming from the north, as you can see. And yeah, they're gonna the ones who have an area of which they can fire upon, if they can see. Let's see what we got here.
I'm so glad it brought me here.
Yeah, right. Good stuff. Good stuff. You're seeing a lot of the blasts. They're just firing off, kind of like stormtroopers from Star Wars. They can't hit anything. They're firing out, but there's two of them that do connect. One of the shots takes one of the guys down to almost its last leg. He's barely hanging in there. And then another one just completely gets obliterated. One of your troops. John, I did want to remind you, I already did it this time, but you have to make sure that when you take damage, that you take it off of your character on here. You just click on it, and then in the little green circle above, click the minus sign, and then how much damage you take and hit enter. And that will do that for you.
Okay.
Now the troops down in the south are going to start moving in and firing as well. Let's see how well they do. They get disadvantage on the barricades. Okay. Yeah, again, a couple of them take a slight damage, but the majority of them kind of keep holding on and firing back at the black scale dragonborns. And now, out of nowhere, rising up over one of the ridges, you see golden wings begin to flex and soar down into the ravine where the enemies are. So let me bring in his beautiful goldenness.
Wow. So bright.
And it begins, yes, it begins to soar down from the mountains in the north. And you just see as he kind of flies through the ravine, you just see this fire, this cone of flame just down over a bunch of these. Let me make some saves, see if anyone survives. One. All right, so you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these white scaled dragonborn just annihilated, charcoal husks left behind. And yeah, flying through the air over there. Now, that brings us to this lovely, dangerous looking green dragonborn creature, this, what are they called? Abishai. He points down to the battlefield and begins to yell out commands, and you can see that the dragons are about to start to lift back off of the edge of the cliffside, and it looks like they're about to make another pass by. Tagartha, it's your turn. What would you like to do? You're still like trying to cough up all that poison that you inhaled.
Can I roll, or can I get myself on the other side of the barrier right in front of me?
The north western barrier?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that you can just barely, like, stumbling, knocking into people, make your way out there. Yeah.
Okay. And
are you trying to go like right in front of the barricade or like slightly past it?
Slightly past it, right about there.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me. I was moving you. You're good. All right, so yeah, you pop out right there. You can see you have one of your troops next to you. You still have an action.
Now I can see everything now since I'm not in the circle.
In the north, let's see, you would have line of sight on where the mountains are. There's one guy just in plain view, just standing out in the open. And then you can see there's a couple that are kind of crouched behind some stalagmites nearby.
Okay. Can I use my shrapnel burst to hit one of those stalagmites and knock it over?
Shrapnel burst is for enemies within 5 feet of you.
Gotcha. Then I can use my mold metal.
Yeah, what would you like to do with that?
Like to use it to kind of melt the stalagmites and have them like fall over onto them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What is the range on this?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, so I think you're going to need to get a little closer depending on which stalagmite you'd like to. Oh, no, you're good. You're actually good. You're well within range.
Gotcha.
Are you trying to get the one that's more north or the one that's more west?
The one you just went right to.
This one right here?
The one more north.
It's not pinging. Why isn't it pinging?
This guy.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, around this guy, all of the metallic ore that forms the stalagmite begins to almost melt down, leaving a big gap, an opening area for the troops to fire in. Very nice. Anything else you would like to do? I think that's probably it for your turn.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, nice job. Now you see the green dragonborn up on top of the cliff edge to the far eastern side toward your base. 2 of them begin to fire down with laser guns at the two soldiers behind the barricade to the south. And one of them is going to hit for some minimal damage here. And that is it for them. Now it's your troops' turn, and I will allow you to do what you want with them. Cal and Tagartha, you can decide what you want the troops to do.
What do you suggest?
What do I suggest? Oh, what do you see?
I think they should. Anyone in the middle should try and get out of the darkness. Anyone on the out of the darkness should hold and fire. I think that's
all we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We start going out too far, we're gonna make ourselves thin.
Quick, everybody out of the darkness as quick as you can.
All right. So you see they start to scatter out of the dark. They just kind of run to the closest area that they can. This guy doesn't really have anywhere to go. He's going to have to run this way and not fully make it. Or that's his turn. So by them running out of the darkness, they're losing some cover, but they can actually see now. They're stuck up on their turrets. These two can move out. Yeah, it's looking tough. There's a lot of troops of yours up in the north kind of bunching together. But yeah, that's what's going on with them. Anything else that you'd like them to do? Just start firing, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll get these guys over to here. Yep. And they begin to fire out.
You moved the darkness.
Yeah, I'm moving it back.
Okay.
That was a mistake. Let me know if that's roughly where it was. I think it was slightly over to this side. Yeah, just like that. Fantastic. Okay, so they will begin firing. Let me see what we got here. Yep, terrible shots. You got about 4 of the enemies hit.
Of course.
Well, the enemies were terrible shots too, so balances out.
Sure.
Yeah, seriously, they're all pretty bad.
I don't understand why we keep getting attacked.
Okay, after we do... Oh, I need to do some guys on the northern side. My bad. Oh, you got a ton of guys firing in, so this guy's definitely dead. Okay, after we have all the troops go, that brings us to Sub-Zero. You see...
What is this, Mortal Kombat?
Out of nowhere, flying up into the air, you see this larger than the other Dragonborn that you're fighting. This white-winged, scaled humanoid begins to quickly fly directly over to the troops and land down in front, and with this massive sword just begins to swing into them. Oh, geez. Ooh, you just see 3 of your troops get bisected with one fell swoop of the sword. Okay. After that, it is now back to the top. The dragons kick off the ledge and they begin to make another pass over. And this time they're trying to hit all of the people that are right outside the darkness that have kind of bunched. They're going to start dropping missiles on the southern side and fly back over to the west. So we got 1 ping here, 1 ping here, and probably, another one over here. So all those guys need to make some saves. Oh, good saves.
Do I need to?
No, you're actually good where you are.
What about me?
You are also good where you are.
Perfect.
They're thinning the troops. So you see a couple of your troops fall, and a few of them begin to just start gagging. It's not looking too good at the moment. But after the dragons, it is now this guy. You see coming from the south, a winged black-scaled dragon starts to charge in, gets to the first soldier, pulls out 2 daggers and just leaps, and with a fell motion like this, slices the head off of the troop that he is assailing. And is going to then move
Did you
over
roll
to
for
this
that, or did he just does that?
He just does that. I'll roll. Yes, he's fine. Then he flies up to this platform and will attempt again. This time, unsuccessful, is able to kind of get pushed back with the butt of the rifle. But after the black Abishai goes, Plonk, it is your turn.
I'm still in the darkness.
You are still in the darkness.
Successfully hidden, though.
Yes, extremely hidden.
I'm going to, well, I hear all this commotion going on. So I'm going to try to like feel my way like on the side of the building.
Okay.
And move. Let's see where I can go. Oh, well, I'm going to go like, I'll go like over here.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you kind of squeeze into the lit area next to one of the other troops.
Yeah, because I'm like following the wall.
Yep. All right, perfect. Yeah, so you kind of skirt across that.
Yeah, and then once I'm out,
and you can see.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'll try to move a little more.
Yeah. You have to kind of push through some of the troops that are there.
Okay. Oh. So far.
I'd say that's probably about where you can get, especially having to push through people.
Okay.
Right to the other side of those.
Oh, wrong one. There you go. Yeah. So I'll just kind of run out, and I'm just trying to see what's going on.
Yeah, and you get a bit of a view as you get out of the darkness and begin to curl around this black voided area. You can kind of see a few troops huddled behind some barricades, firing out into the southern pathway. You can also see a winged black dragonborn trying to slice apart one of the soldiers up on one of the 20-foot platforms. Besides that, you can't really see much else. That's all you really got.
Okay. Great.
What would you like to do?
There isn't really much that I can do.
Yeah, if you have nothing that you can really do, you can double move if you want. Try to get closer for next time.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move over to where those stalagmites are.
Yeah, sure.
Like right there.
Okay, perfect.
Kind of crouch behind it.
Yeah, and if anyone comes from the south, you have some cover over there too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, very good. After Plonk, Cal, you're up.
All right, I will continue moving southward, slowly trying to make my way through.
Yeah. Eventually, you stumble out. You kind of knock into one of the gold dragonborn troops, and then you kind of circle around and continue your assault.
I want to get around to where this guy is.
Sure.
And just kind of, or maybe here, and just kind of set up with both shields ready to defend these guys behind me.
Okay, perfect. So give them a little bit some cover.
Right,
that is what you do. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. After Cal, we got the white and the black troops, the scaled troops. The black scaled troops are going to start to fire in. A few of them begin to charge in melee style at the closest guy that they can reach. And they begin to kind of circle around there. A few begin to continue to fire up at the platforms. There are 2 over here. Let's see how they do. Oh. All right. So this guy on the right-hand platform over here gets destroyed. He gets blasted off, falls, just rolls down the mountain, taking some severe damage. However, the other side, one of the enemy troops hits the Abishai in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. Not too bad, not too bad. He seems to have taken a chunk of damage there. The three that ran up, you have, they're all kind of attacking one soldier. Do you have the feature where you can defend, where you can throw your shield out against something within 5 feet of you?
I do not think so.
That might be a later thing.
I believe that's a later thing.
Oh, they're attacking.
Big switch.
That misses. That one misses.
Oh, I can. It doesn't matter.
All right. So we got this guy's taking some damage here. Not looking too hot. After them, we got the white troops above. They're kind of dealing with a dragon situation right now. So they're all going to continue to fire in at him, at the Grand Admiral. These guys will turn around and do the same. They're going to start making their way in. But this Abishai is not stopping. He is making his way directly forward and runs right into the mix of things and begins to start swinging. Actually, it's not its turn yet. I lied. Just the troops. The troops, I got a couple of them firing in. One of them's blaster jams, and he suffers some damage. I keep rolling tons of ones today. This is bad.
I don't understand.
Stop. It's not bad.
So nothing really ends up happening. I think just one guy gets hit. Not much damage. And yeah, that's their turn. So it's going to bring us now. And again, there's beams of energy just flying around everywhere. That's going to bring us now to Orem. Orem is going to try to destroy many of the things around with a tail attack. He's going to try to get one of them. Oh yeah. One of them you just see get knocked by the tail, slams against the side of the mountain wall and just cracks to the ground. And then you see claws and teeth begin to gnash around at a few of them. Oh yeah. Death. All the death. So yeah, Orem is beginning to clear out a few of these guys as well. Okay, here we go.
You just said
after Orem, the green dragon born from above is going to leap off of its dragon and begin to. Oh, I forgot I linked those. Ungroup. He's going to leap off and begin to scale down the side to this platform, and he's going to try to throw off the guy that's there. And nope, the guy's able to kind of hold on. He gets slammed against the side of the turret, and then he kind of like wheels himself back around, sees what he's up against, and fear just comes over his face immediately. Tagartha, you are up next.
Well, first, I would like to use my barbed wire whip and attack the white dragon right in front of me.
Ah, okay.
And my range for it is 30 feet.
30 feet, all right.
Yes.
I think you should be good to reach there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I'd like to use that to try to whip it at his hand and try to wrap it around his wrist and pull it to see if I could cut his hand off.
I thought you were going to hit me.
Yeah, so you're going to try to whip around him. All right. What do I need to do? This should say in there, I think I need to make a strength save possibly, or a dex save. It's barbed wire whip, right?
Yeah. Let's cast that will.
Oh, you make a spell attack. All right, so roll a d20, and add 7. It's your spell attack modifier.
$12.
Total 12? Funny thing is, that is its armor class. So you hit.
You said add 7 and what?
It should be whatever he rolls on the dice plus 7.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So 12. That just barely hits. And I need to make some type of save or get pulled, or do I just get pulled? Oh, it just happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets pulled 10 feet closer to you as you do that. And how much damage do I take? Should be 2d6.
Damage. It's not. I'm trying to.
Two d6 is this?
Yeah, 2d6.
So roll 2d6.
Nine.
9 points of damage. All right.
Piercing damage.
Piercing damage. Very good. 9 points. All right. Fantastic. Will that conclude your turn? Did you want to move?
I'd like to move to the left a little bit, right behind these troops a little bit.
Yeah, sure. You can move yourself. And then after your turn, that brings us to the 2 green dragonborn on dragons. They got us fire down. Let's see, who do they have shots on? There's one over there up north. They could both fire up there. Let's see what they got. Ooh, one is a hit. Not a lot of damage. Okay. And the other one missed. After the greens, we got the golds. All right. So the gold dragonborn firing at the guy behind the stalagmite that you melted. They get advantage against him. And the second fire, yep. That is going to annihilate this guy. Nice job, John. All right, and then the rest of these guys are going to fire out. They're going to have to kind of try to get some better positioning. So a few of them are going to try to move up a bit. That one's cocked. Another natural 1. All right.
He left me.
This guy's gun jams and he suffers a few points of damage, unfortunately. Now we got a few of these other guys that are firing. This one here runs out into complete darkness. This one begins to move his way around. Same with this one. And they're going to fire in at these enemies. Oh, God. Jeez, guys. 2 natural 20s.
That's slightly helpful.
One of them, luckily for you, hit the Abishai and did a good amount of damage. And then this guy died as well. This one, oh, he only had a few hit points, also died. You guys are thinning the ranks. All right, so after we have all of the gold Dragonborn go, Sub-Zero, where are you? Up north. Okay, Sub-Zero, after you did that with your whip, is going to step up and kind of push through. He's going to at least try to push through these two. Let's see how he does. Easily, just kind of shoves the 2 of the soldiers out of the way to where you are, and he's going to make a strike against you. Ooh, I don't know that that's going to hit. Does an 11 hit your armor class, Tagartha?
It does.
Oh, it does not. Your armor class
No,
is
it does not.
12.
It's 12.
All right.
Can I
Nice.
dodge out of the way and see if he smashes into the barrier and stabs himself with the stalagmites?
I would probably describe that happening if he rolled a 1, but he did not. So we will not be doing that. But no, with your armor class as high as it is, he swings and you kind of just dodge under, and you can see the tip of his extremely long blade just cut off a tip of one of the spikes that's coming out of your barrier. Anything? Oh no, that was his turn. So that brings us now to the dragons. Are gonna begin to swoop down, or at least this one is, because he doesn't have a rider. He's gonna try to pick off this guy on the turret over here. Bite, claw. Oh boy, yeah, this guy gets ripped to shreds.
Shreds, you say?
To shreds. Just blood and gore all over the place. The other 2 remaining dragons do another swoop over and begin to drop some bombs. Let's see. One of them is going to make a flyby to the south. And one of them is going to make a flyby to the north. And as they begin to drop these bombs, I would like for Tagartha and a few of his troops there to make a Constitution saving throw. How'd you do, Tagartha?
Well, I got a 1.
Natural 1?
Natural 1.
So that you now have a second if. Make sure to write that down. And yeah, you fail. So you are going to suffer 8 points of poison damage. And yeah, that is. We got to do the ones down below over here as well.
You don't have to.
Hal, you're in this one this time. Oh, and so is one of their troops.
-8.
Okay, enemy troop succeeds. 2 allies. Oh, geez. How'd you do, Cal?
That is a 14.
That succeeds. So you're going to take half. No damage. Sorry, no damage at all. You that cloak that you had. You again just quickly, as you see this thing shatter and begin to expand, you just quickly throw it over and breathe shallowly through there.
I'm a bird. I know about dropping things on guys.
Exactly. A bunch of the troops in the area, though, all the ones around you are really hacking and coughing, and they're not doing too well. But that is now going to bring us, as you are all in the throes of combat, and it's not looking fantastic for the lot of you. You begin to feel heat on your back. And you all begin to turn around to stare at the darkness, and the darkness begins to glow. And towering over the top of the darkness, you just see flame emerge. Massive, huge flame just engulfing the area. And that is where we're going to end this evening. So we'll pick back up as this fire titan begins to form right in the center of the darkness. And definitely stay tuned for just the tips. It's about 5 minutes long, and I hope you all enjoy. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the first episode, Adventures of Plonk, and we will be back on Wednesday to continue.